This wristband can have a 2-year lifespan, so the crew or the technician will have that, and for the whole of the construction project phase, they are being located, keeping them safe. We call it the seatbelt of the sea.
Henry, we're here at Global Offshore Wind Conference in Manchester today. When we talk about offshore wind, we just think about these massive turbines that are going in the sea, but obviously there's a lot more going on with it. So if you could just talk us through some of the stuff that Scanreach are doing.
Yes, exactly right. So a lot of the offshore wind farms that we see at the moment that are near coastal are ones that are 10, 15 years old. The ones that are being constructed right now with Dogger Bank and Dogger Bank South are hundreds of miles offshore nearly. And that's why marine coordination is so critical now. The understanding of where people are, real-time location management is so much more severe because the risk is so much higher. What Scanreach have been able to develop, and it's gone very, very well in the CSOV and SOV markets, is to develop a real-time location management tool, which is a wristband that is worn by crew and technicians, and they are recognized throughout the vessel, and when they transfer access and egress from the vessel to a turbine, to a substation, to a CTV, they are being monitored throughout the whole wind park. This wristband can have a 2-year lifespan, so the crew or the technician will have that, and for the whole of the construction project phase, they are being located, keeping them safe. We call it the seatbelt of the sea.
Yeah, sure. And you teased off camera just now that you've solved a subtle problem in the wind sector. So if you could just tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I was a sailor for many, many years, and all throughout my seagoing career, we would use a T-card system, a piece of paper that would have Henry on it, and that was de facto the truth of where I was on board the vessel. So if I said I was in the port engine room and there was a fire in the port engine room, someone would have to send fit and able people into that engine room to try and find out if I'm alive or not. This has to be stopped and eradicated, and that's exactly why I'm with Scanreach now, because we have solved this problem. Now with our POB technology, Connect POB, that problem has been solved. We can locate exactly where people are and keep them safe at all times.
Yeah, sure. And talking just about technology more generally then, how important is it that these innovative technologies come through in the fall? Because obviously when we talk about the offshore wind sector, we're talking about like billion-pound contracts and like huge manufacturing, but there's lots more that goes to kind of like tie in the bow, if you like.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we really do believe we're keeping people safe. So our customers appreciate that. But we understand there's a bit of a trend in the industry now where everyone's got their own dashboard, everyone's trying to sell a software as a service. We at Scanreach understand that actually being able to integrate this into larger systems and larger ecosystems used by developers, owner-operators of vessels, various different users, we must be able to integrate into this because that's where the value is actually given. We have a fantastic dashboard and fantastic graphical user interface, just like everybody else does, but we really, really understand how we need to push the solution that we've solved. We need to get to as many faces and eyeballs as possible through API.
Yeah, sure. And just on reliability, obviously this technology is super important to be working consistently, and not just your technology more generally. So how important is it to be reliable and getting everything right first time as we scale up the offshore wind sector?
It's absolutely everything. I mean, what we're trying to do is save time and reduce risk, and that is the best way to do that is through reliability. So it's something that we take very, very seriously. All our technology is designed, developed, and distributed from our place in Norway, where we are just outside Bergen, and we take a huge amount of effort with our tech team to make sure that reliability is an absolute non-negotiable for us, and our uptime is very, very high, and our customers feel very well served by the Connect POB offering that we have.
Yeah, sure. And your Norway base, how are you finding the UK market?
Yes, well, very, very good. I mean, the UK has the largest offshore wind install base or expected install base outside of China in the world, so the UK is exactly the perfect place for us to be using this, and a lot of the people that we communicate with, as I say, developers, owners, operators, really understand that we need to take this technology to the next level, so we're very welcomed by our users, which is fantastic. And yeah, AR7 was fantastic for the UK market, and long may that continue. It seems like there's already further auction rounds going ahead. Obviously, the future political situation may change. Contracts of difference may well be no longer on the table, and I think that will have a big impact on the industry. But for now, I'm really happy with where we are, and AR7 is a fantastic thing for our country, our energy security, and our energy resilience in the United Kingdom.